Oh, yeah.
I'm like an idiot at reading radar, so I'm trying to educate myself right now. So it looks like in a couple hours something might catch up to us. There's that big thing up and to the left.
Well, but also we're driving this way.
Yeah.
So it kind of seems like it might catch up with us and we might outrun it.
Yeah.
We race the storm for the front lines, knowing it's up to us, leaving behind lives, children, jobs. Some people question the way we make this movement move. But in the end, what will you remember of this life?
One of my intentions for this here was, we've got this dead leaf here with the skull, and it's going to represent all of the toxic things that we're putting behind us. And it's got some palo sitting on it for the cleansing. And I went and I got this dahlia from outside. We've got one that's blossomed, and that is the movement. This is just beginning. So that's representing everything that is the intention to come. And then we've got all of the earth element is represented pretty well here. We've got water in the vase. And we've got our fire. And then we have our air. The herb in the center ring is rosemary, and that's protection. And then the outer ring is mint, and that's for abundance. But what I really see all of you doing is going there and coming into this space. There's a lot of feelings there. There's a lot of emotions there. And you're going to come and you're going to lift them up. You're going to take all of those feelings that are swirling around down here. You're going to take them and you're going to transform them. And you're going to bring them up. And when you're there, you can picture your own sphere around you. And then see it get bigger. And then see it get bigger. And just everybody you meet, talk to them, smile to them, at them, love them. And show them what it means, what it is that we want to do. And I think that it's amazing. And I send this with you, as well as the nourishment of the water. And the water's been blessed. And everybody you share that with will bring that into their bodies. And it'll help pull the toxicity out of them too, and nourish them. So I had, like I said earlier, I had a meditation about my own abundance, and then it came in the form of a lot of beautiful people that showed up here today. So,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
so you can just kind of, you'll cross that bridge when you get there and send good energy to it in the future to meet you.
Know that there's no need to compete. We can live harmony. Only use what we need. Really, what do we need? Space
As we near Columbus, Ohio, an electricity enters our field. It is nearly time for the peaceful warriors to take to the battlefield.
Comes from the Sacred Water Canoe family of Washington State and an intertribal canoe family of our tribal canoe journeys that actually are happening right now. And I'm so sad to be missing it, but I'm so empowered to be here with all of you, and I will reunite with them next week. So in the meantime, this song is going to connect us from this land to the West Coast, to the Far East, to everywhere in the world that needs to remember the love of our grandmothers if we're going to heal this world together. I believe that. Oh
a caravan across the country to keep people politically involved and engaged, because with all the voter suppression and fraudulent behavior in this, not only in this election, but in every election in the past few decades, a lot of people, thanks to Bernie Sanders, are finally standing up and saying enough is enough. And after the California primary, being someone who's in my mid-20s, I saw a lot of millennials, a lot of people, and not just millennials, a lot of first-time voters dropping out, saying, I'm done. And we felt like it was our responsibility, our civil duty, to keep people engaged, because that's the only way we're going to stand up for social justice and equality and planetary justice. And then there was events that occurred, like Orlando, like the shootings in Baton Rouge and Minnesota and Dallas and Fresno, and it goes on and on and on. And it became very apparent to us that this is not a political movement. This is a personal movement. This is not a political revolution. This is a personal revolution. There are a lot of corrupt officials in office. No one's denying that. But it's because we've allowed them to be corrupt. I was having a conversation with someone earlier, and he brought up this beautiful metaphor. He's like, it's like we're like living in a snow globe right now. He's like, think of a snow globe. When you shake it up, it's chaotic, and there's flakes everywhere, and there's snow everywhere. But it has to get chaotic in order for it to settle and be beautiful. And that's the analogy of the snow globe. I feel like that's what's happening in our world right now. Everything is being shaken up, and it's scary and it's chaotic, but the only way to ensure stability again, the only way to ensure that that stability is not like past stability, but that stability is grounded and rooted in ceremony, in truth, in source, in spirit, in love, is if we unite and stand together. I mean, how amazing is it that we're in Columbus, Ohio right now, a state I've never been to, a city that I've never been to. And we've had speakers up here. We've had somebody talk about Muslims. We have somebody talk about the LGBTQ community. We have people talk about people of color. We had a Native American up here singing an indigenous song. Something's different. Something is changing, and it's because of us. None of us in this room are the leader of this movement. None of us in the room or this beautiful outdoor room are the followers in this movement. We're all in it together. Moving forward, you know, the DNC Philly tomorrow, we're almost there. There's going to be a lot of energy. There's going to be a lot of anger. There's going to be a lot of aggression. And I know for myself, I'm angry, and that's why I'm a part of this movement. I am so fed up with the establishment or the system or whatever you want to call it. It's not just one person. It's a collective of people who I truly believe have good hearts, but they are so disconnected. They are so disconnected from the lives that we all live, from the lives that 99% of America lives, that they actually they can't even see that what they're doing is hurting us. So we have to show up. Because we still got to be a brother and sister to them and be like, yo, maybe you don't understand, but I'm here to teach you. Just like Kalina, maybe we don't understand what it's like to be a Native American in America today, because it's never talked about. Their culture is never talked about. But she's willing to come out and say, I don't hold this against you, and you shouldn't feel guilty about this, but let me empower you with the knowledge of my story. So now you have the knowledge and you can make a choice, because once you know, you cannot unknow. And now we all know. So after the in the DNC, again, the anger, the aggression, that's got to be there because that's what's fueling the passion. But let's transform that, because angry narratives never work. Angry narratives lead to violence. Angry narratives lead to shootings. What works is demanding and claiming your own narrative, one that's different than anything MSNBC or CNN or Hillary Clinton or even Bernie Sanders or Trump or the conservatives or the Democrats. It doesn't matter whose narrative it is. It has to be your narrative. And we really have to dig deep and think about what our narratives are. Someone up here earlier was like, when he was leading meditation, he said, what is the point in life? The point is to feel good. And so many people never experience that because they're so disconnected from community. because they've never had someone who's looked them in the eye and gone, I see you and I got you and I don't even know you and I don't agree with you. But I'm here to tell you that you're loved and you're supported. That's what we got to do. That's how we got to show up. And that's our job at the DNC at Philly. We are peacefully protesting to show the world that you can make a change with love.
And to all of you who showed up on this Up to Us caravan, we are one tribe. And now is the time that has been prophesied about in the Hopi prophecy, in the Mayan calendar. Ancient peoples from all over this world, the Dogon people of Africa, speak of this time where the wheel comes full circle. So all past histories of oppression and violence come to a boiling point, and we come together as one tribe, one people, one body, knowing that what happens to you affects me. Everybody say, one tribe, one tribe, one tribe, one tribe, one tribe, one tribe. Who we are, one tribe. Who we are, one tribe. One love, one love, one tribe, one tribe. Yeah. 'Cause it's up to us to be the change that we are bringing to this world today, because it's up to us to be the change that we are bringing to the world today, because it's up to us to be the change that we are bringing.